It's fucking cold in here. What's up, y'all? What's up? Episode 220. Trying to clean up. Episode 220 of the iHeartMiko podcast. Let me turn my ringer off because that's not good. Nobody called me, okay? Me and Hustle are going to get on, answer some of y'all questions. Shout out to everybody that sent questions. Y'all sent really good questions. I only had to block one person. So I was proud of that. Everybody kind of followed the rules and everything. So we're going to answer all your questions. And if there's more questions, if you didn't get to submit questions for this episode and you want to ask, don't put them in the comments because I'm not going to be reading them. I'm just not. But there's a little question mark thing down there. So all you got to do is hit that. And when we get through with the ones that we already got, then we're going to get to those. Is Hustle in here yet, yo? Let me say hi to everybody who's in here right now. Damn. Okay. My shirt fired. Thank you. Served fresh. And don't... There's a lot of red, lint on it. I have this hoodie on that I have never washed. So it still has hella lint on it. But it's the Kendrick Lamar hoodie. It says, damn. I got it from my friend Wayne, who also let me throw my birthday party at his house Saturday. Shout out Wayne for always just being so fucking solid, man. He's a solid dude. Who else is in here? Yeah, served fresh for everybody coming on the t-shirt. Served fresh. I get a lot of stuff from them, like a whole lot of stuff from them. And where's Hustle? Is Hustle in here yet? Hustle, where are ya? I don't see him yet. Anyways, we're going to get started without Hustle because I don't really have time to be waiting for him. The nigga just texted me talking about he's ready, but that nigga ain't ready. Anyway, so yeah, I had I don't know how the confusion came across that my birthday was Saturday. It's not. It's this Saturday, June 20th. I'll be turning 45. The big 4-5. Fuck 45 in the office, by the way. But, there go Hustle. Black ass right there. But everybody thought it was my real birthday. But no, it's Saturday, the 20th. I'm the last day of Gemini. So, remember.
Don't forget them old gangster braids. You can't tell them shit.
I don't even see you.
For real? You don't
Where
see
you
me?
at, nigga? Where are you?
My chick crib.
It's signal? I don't know if this signal is going to be okay.
Give me some time. What do you mean? This is where I'm always
It's behind. It's blurry. It's behind.
For real?
Give me some time.
Yeah, you
yes,
blurry.
It's awful. You're blurry.
The fuck?
Your blink was like 5 seconds long.
I got an iPhone and everything. Hey, they're the
it's
same
the signal.
Thing. Fuck, man.
It's bad. Should we hang up on Hustle? Y'all vote. Should we hang up on Hustle? Because it's Teddy Riley bad. It's Teddy Riley.
Hold on. Where my background singers at? Come here. Where my bitch?
No. They voting to hang up on your ass.
I don't know, man.
You
Hey,
got
even
on and
this
made
nigga
my
say I
shit
make
blurry.
it blurry. Man, I don't know what to tell you. I've been out to go all day. This nigga an imagination.
I'm gonna hang up on you if it's bad. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you, but I will hang up on you if it gets real bad.
You got your gangster boo braids on, so you acting like that.
I have these braids about 4 or 5 times a year. This is not new.
I know, but them hoes is gangster every time I see them bitches.
This is how I grew up. This ain't gangster. This is Hooper, not gangster. We need to change that narrative. This is I hoop a lot. I used to get braids.
Man, tell me about
we got to get to it.
Let's go.
You said what?
Well, I was gonna say tell me, but it don't matter. Let's go.
I'm not telling you about the party. You wasn't here. So what do you need to know? You wasn't here.
Let me tell you why.
Right? I don't need to hear why.
I
don't need to hear why. No. No, we don't need to hear that. We finna get it popping. Oh man, there's a lot of questions. I'm just gonna go in order, man. Let's start off with restarting the NBA and how it will take everybody's attention away from what's going on. What is your opinion on the NBA restarting next month? LeBron and the majority of the league is obviously co-signed and saying we're doing this. They'll be quarantined off in Orlando, and I'm hearing that if you have family that's coming, once they're in. But if they leave the quarantine, they can't come back, which I think is smart. Now we have Kyrie, who has come out against returning to the playoffs and to the games. And his reason is that it will take away from the message that we're trying to portray right now to get equality and justice for Black people. What's your opinion on that, Hustle?
To me, that's utterly bullshit. To me, because if you're not playing basketball, you don't have a voice. That's
Good
what
point.
it is. We don't care about who you are other than the basketball player. That's just the fact. That's what gives you the platform. When you play, every time after a game, when you got a press conference, you can step to the podium and say whatever you want to say to get the world's attention. It doesn't matter. You can, just like you get those jarring lines where you throw your teammates under the bus or you do all of, you got the platform to say whatever you want to say in that way. That's it. That's all I'm saying. You use the platform for all the other bullshit. Now, okay, if Kyrie got a long list of him going to protest or go and do some shit for the people, then I could be like, man, you know what? He on his Kareem Abdul-Jabbar shit. I get it. But he ain't got that reputation. Nor has he ever done it. So it's like, nah. And you not playing? And you hurt? Bro, you just caused a commotion. To me.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me to comment about this, and one of the most vocal people that have been against what Kyrie is saying is Steven Jackson. Now, you saw what he said, right?
Yes.
He said it's bigger than this. You know, we've never seen this before. We have to take this serious. This is our moment. And honestly, this is bigger than anything we've had as a movement. It appears to be bigger than any other, stage we've been on, especially now. And the problem that I have with Kyrie and with what Steven Jackson is saying is, A, neither one of them are playing. That's first of all. And B, I was a little bit upset because Steven Jackson didn't start this until his homeboy got killed.
Oh, no, listen to me. I could call my girl.
Well, hold on, let me finish my point.
Okay.
When Breonna Taylor was killed, he didn't stop doing his podcast. When Ahmaud Arbery got shot jogging, he didn't stop his podcast. He put out shows constantly during all these other times of people being killed. I have never seen him stop what he's doing to make his money until it happened to his family. With that being said, you should stop doing what you're doing to make money to protest this. You have to let other people do what they do. Is he asking the grocery stores to close?
You know what I'm saying? It was like, that was the craziest shit. He said they need to stop. When he was giving that press conference, I'm not lying to you, that press conference was moving. His words, his speech he gave, it was motivating. It got me excited. But I'm telling you, the first thing I said when I heard that press conference is, you know, he wasn't the first person to get killed by a cop.
No. It went personal for him. And I understand why it's personal for you. And I understand why you quit your podcast.
But now you want it to be personal for everybody else. Nah, you should have been took this mantle. That's the first thing I said when I was hearing those speech. It's like, so now it took for somebody he know to die for him to speak up, for them to speak up. For anybody. That's just how I felt, period. I was like, damn, that shit crazy for anybody. That's not, nah. But I guess that's just how the way the world works. That's how I got to try to shape my mind to, that's how the way the world works. I'm sorry, but it's cool. We got the biggest reaction, the biggest following we got since the 60s. I'll take it.
Yeah, I got about 6,000 new followers. Hello to all of you guys in the last 3 weeks. And I have to credit it to influencers and famous people, more famous than I am, obviously, for tagging people to my page, for commenting. And because what I've learned is it's a lot of people speaking up right now and talking about all this that never did before, never said a word. And I don't think that they shouldn't. I'm just saying everybody wasn't doing this. I've been doing this.
You've been doing it.
I've been doing this.
Martella's been it.
Yes, I know a lot of us that have been fighting for our people that have been. Yeah, so for those of you that are suddenly coming out and saying what people should and shouldn't be doing, calm down, okay? Because if it's that serious, if the world can't go on, then there's a lot of people that shouldn't be working. You know, a lot of people that shouldn't be going to their job. People are not missing work to protest, to march, to fight injustices. People are going to work, and then when they get off or when they have a free day or free time, that's when they're fighting for this cause. Not just Black people, everybody. Okay? So I think it's selfish to say that just the NBA. He hasn't spoken about the NFL. Is he going to say the NFL players shouldn't play too? Like, what the fuck? There's other sports. Like, are you only speaking about the NBA because that's what you played? So only the NBA should stop playing, not nobody else. Really? That's stupid to me. And then it's also stupid to assume, because he's trying to act like people have money. The NBA players have all this money. Everybody don't make what Kyrie making, okay? Sorry, y'all. I know it's still a lot of money to y'all. There's a lot of players that are not making the kind of money that they can take off the rest of this time. They need that money. Y'all think that a lot of these players are just rich, balling and splurging. A lot of these players are taking care of their whole family. Everybody needs to eat off of this.
Check to check.
Yes. And if people want to make this money, they can take the money and put it into organizations that are helping the cause. When you get on stage, when you get on the court and you have the media's attention, everybody's going to be listening. They're the only sport outside of tennis that's playing, that's really competitive, like that's serious. You know, we don't have any soccer over here. Football hasn't started. Baseball is kind of not wanting to start. So I think that if we're going to hear from anybody, I think it should be the NBA. You know why? Because even though the owners haven't said anything, they don't stop their players from saying anything. They give them the platform that no other sport in America gives Black athletes. They get to say what they want, do what they want, act how the fuck they want, because they control their league. So if I want to hear from any athletes, it's the NBA players. And it's the greatest star, the the loudest of all, LeBron James. I want to hear from him. I want to. And I also feel like these players deserve the opportunity to either win a championship or use their platform for good. That's two different things that they're all trying to accomplish right now. Winning a championship and having a voice and a platform. That's what it's about right now.
That's why I said every game. They play games every day. That means every day somebody, an African American, gets to stand in front of the world and say something of their choice to change or push for change. That's just what it is. I feel like when they're not playing, they ain't got no voice.
Right. I wanted somebody, JPay 365 DC said, coon motherfuckers like Terry Crews and Candice Owens. I promise to never, ever speak about Candice Owens because I can't even give her any light. I'm only doing this because this is a question. I don't put Terry Crews and Candice Owens in the same category, but this is the question. How do you feel about Terry Crews saying that if we go do all this Black Lives Matter stuff, it's going to create black supremacy, which is impossible if you're really keeping it real. But what do you think about Terry Crews and Candice Owens and some of the cooning and buck dancing that's going on with some of our black people?
I honestly think, man, it just depends on some people's status, man. Some people, everybody mind ain't the same. I felt like while Terry Crews' intentions or what he said, to me, it just sounded stupid. It's like it was an ignorant comment to me with him not knowing all the facts. So it's like when I look at that comment, I chop it up as just to being ignorant because he was trying to say something that could be positive for both sides in a sense, but it was just stupid. When in this sense, you got to kind of choose a side, period. That's just how it goes. Candice, she just a total, her I don't know what her stupidity radar goes to. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Terry Crews a little different.
She's special stupid.
Yeah.
She's special stupid. I don't want to give her any light. Okay, so Demilla 357 said, our next move as black people, Karens and white supremacy. Thoughts? Nobody agrees with me. I have come today. I protested. I marched. I did it for LA Unified School District, we marched to the school district to demand that they defund the police. And I think I had a sign that said 1.6 million students are in school with cops, but not nurses. 3 million students are in school with cops, but no psychologists. 6 million students are in school with cops and no nurses. And I think 10 million are in school with cops and no social workers. So we spent all this money on the police. They got tanks. They got drones that like squirt mace and pepper spray. They got ARs and AK-47s. They got all this militarized equipment for school police. But when I made the sign, and I took Aiden out with me, I wanted him to see this, and I thought it was a great moment because when he's reading the sign, he's like, Mommy, this isn't true. And I said, why are you saying that's not true? He was like, I have a whole damn near like a doctor's office at my school. There's nurses, we have social workers, we have counselors. I said, Aiden, we're not marching for your private school, God damn it. Like, that school costs $22,000 a year. He was like, but there's real schools that don't have a nurse? I was like, yes. They don't have counselors? Yes. And he was like, wow. He was like, how are they getting away with this? And this is a 9-year-old.
He said, how are they getting away with this?
Yeah. And he was just like, I don't understand. And I was like, did you know that teachers have to buy their own chalk? They got to buy their own supplies. They got to, and they get, I think it's the salary starting off is $48,000 before taxes, before you pay everything else that you got to pay to be a teacher. And it's like, this is really happening. And so when you say defund the police, people think you're saying get rid of them. No. I'm not saying get rid of them. They will have a use. However, not needed at school. Nowhere near. Go to the white schools where they're shooting up the schools. Go to those schools. You don't see school shootings at black schools, but you also don't see libraries. You don't see computer rooms, computer labs. You don't see iPads in every classroom. You know what I mean? You don't see all of this stuff that my son gets, and I don't think that you should have to be wealthy to get a proper education. And then the teachers are complicit as well because they are told to teach a curriculum that is a fucking lie. And if they don't teach that curriculum, they're fired.
Yeah, that shit.
Like, it's insane.
Our whole history is hidden. It's not
Yes.
taught. Like, I still remember, I told you I get crunk every time I think about what Aiden did for Black History Month. What he did that time for Black History Month when and he told the teachers, I was like, oh man, that's one of the dopest stories I get. Yeah. I hope I get to live some 70, 80 to tell that story. You know what I'm saying? I remember Aiden was like 7. Then he told the teacher, told the teacher, no, I don't want to do this Black History. Oh man, that opened my mind.
No, because it wasn't real Black history, because he knows the teacher tried to start off Black history by saying, Black people, slavery started. Here's Black history. You don't start off fucking history as slavery, you bitch ass nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? We didn't just fall out of the fucking sky as slaves. So if you're gonna and so when the teacher tried to check him about him checking her, and he came home and told me, you know, I was at the school an hour early, waiting on her ass. And I said, do you know proper Black history? And she was like, yeah, but this is what we're told. I said, you don't teach no Black history to my, you ain't teaching him shit. If you ain't gonna teach the proper Black history, then no. I called the little, whoever the director was of the school. I said, I don't want my son in her Black history class. She's actually fucking up the teachings that me and my dad have given him with these lies. I said, do y'all need somebody to teach the Black history class? I can come in. It was like, no, Miss Grimes. No. Oh, okay, then that needs to end. And they never had another Black history class after that.
Yeah,
because of I went in there loud and black too, with a onesie on.
If you're not gonna take it away, if you're not gonna give the facts, remove it. Period. Fuck it.
Remove it. Period.
You right, Thunder. They been defunding school systems, bro. You ain't told no lie.
Yeah. We hopping around a little bit, but somebody says, do you think the NFL will give Kaep a chance now?
It's possible. I mean, you know, like right now with even with a lot of white people trying to hop on the good foot, with Godell, with Roger coming in, kissing the world ass, trying to act like said we was wrong.
Yeah.
Pete Curl coming back, saying they wrong. It really make me feel like they got another lawsuit coming on their ass from all this shit. That's what it got me feeling like.
Yeah. But that's why he didn't sign that waiver, because they tried to stop him from continuing to sue them. And I think that the reason that they would give him a job this year is to stop the kneeling. J.J. Watt says he's going to kneel. Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Odell Beckham, all their stars of their league are now on code. Now, for some reason, this one triggered them to be like, damn. I saw Brandon Marshall, not the defensive player, but the receiver, did an interview, and he said he feels awful for not supporting Kaepernick when he kneeled. And they asked him, why didn't he support him? And he said, I was thinking about, should I support my brother and my community by agreeing with this man and fighting this fight with him, or should I keep my mouth shut and collect my check so I can pay my bills? Because he said he was taking care of like 8 or 9 different family members, and he chose to take care of his family members. And now he's saying that was the wrong decision. He was like, I should have known that this was going to cause more problems if I don't support. He was like, and now I need to apologize to him and let him know that I'm sorry that I didn't support him, but I am 100% supporting him now. So all of a sudden, we're not hearing nobody saying, why is he kneeling? Oh, it's over the flag. Nobody's saying it now. Now it seems like they all get it for some reason.
Yeah. No, because, like, I'm being honest. One, would it been him being close to Steven Jackson? That pushed the envelope more. 2, seeing him call for his mama as a big ass black man, that's like, I don't care who you are as a human being.
That hurt my soul.
Tell you, I don't give a fuck. When you see a motherfucker call for their mom, man, that's like, nah.
That was different. Yeah, AJ posted on his story one day, and he was like, why are y'all so much more mad about this when this has been happening to us. And I had to comment to him, and I said, my nigga, I said, let me tell you something. As one of the people that has been fighting this since I can remember, it's something different about hearing a man call for his mother, and you, especially if you are a mother. And then I also had a flashback. I had a traumatizing moment. That's why you got that angry post that I had. When I got arrested, those cops put their knee, so my neck is right here. They put their knee right here in the middle of my back. And to this day, I cannot do a proper push-up because of that knee that was in my spine the way that it was. It's my right shoulder, my blade right here where they had the knee. I did therapy. I've done acupuncture. I do cupping. I do massaging. This happened 5 years ago. And to this day, I still can't do a push-up. When I get in the plank position, I can hold it, but I can't go down properly. And even when I try to do the lifts, when I go up on this arm.
The leg and arm at the same time.
So I can only imagine if that knee was in my neck. I flashed back to that, and I was just like, oh my God, that was true. That's when people was like, when I was yelling on the ground and everything, because I was telling him to get his fucking knee out of my back, because I could feel the pain of my muscle. It felt like it was tearing where his knee was in my back. So I can only imagine this man being on the ground for 8 minutes and 40-something seconds with a knee in the back of his neck. That shit was traumatizing. That shit was fucking traumatizing. And not only that, he had his hands in his motherfucking pocket to say, I don't give a fuck. And to find out they worked together for 2 years at the same bar as bouncers, and they already had issues because of the way Chauvin would remove a drunk patron or somebody that was belligerent versus how George Floyd would remove them. According to other employees that work with them, Chauvin was the one that would like slam you into every wall on your way out if you drunk. And George Floyd was the more nicer, politer, like, okay, let me escort this, this drunk person out. And they already had issues with each other from that. He knew who this man was. He knew him well, not like in passing. He knew him well. And he was comfortable sitting on that man's neck like that. It's different. It was different. What else we got? Reparations, what we should get, and a prediction of how long it would take. I don't think we're ever going to get reparations, and let me say why. We have gotten a form of reparations many times in the past. And not only just reparations, Black people have taken their money, whatever they have, and have built communities all over the United States. Central Park 5. Where Central Park 5 took place, that park was a Black community. We already know about Tulsa. I just learned today about Manhattan Beach here in California, where these Black people moved to Manhattan Beach. It was one of the places nobody was living. Nobody cared about that beach. A whole Black community was being formed there, and it was taken by the government. They bombed them. They bulldozed their houses. They had a whole community thriving. And it just seems like whatever this country would give us, they would find a way to take it, because what they're afraid of is how powerful we could be. They're afraid that if we become powerful, but if we become the wealthy and we become the ones that are in power, we will do them how they've done us. You see? They're afraid.
You on you. I said, pull it, you on you. That's why I said Stephen Jackson's speech was powerful. He said that you scared, we're going to pull a you on you.
Mm-hmm.
So shit. Yeah. In Arkansas, too.
Man.
They killed a bunch of people in Arkansas, too. It was tragic. They killed a bunch of farmers in Arkansas, like 300 farmers.
Okay, sports and politics, owners showing their true colors. Now, we haven't heard from one of the biggest mouths of the owners, which is your team. How you feel about Jerry Jones always being loud, having his own press conference after every game? No owner does that. Then he has his own show on Mondays. No owner does that. And all of a sudden, he was the main owner that said, if any player kneels on my team, he will not be on my team. And now this has happened. How do you feel knowing that he hasn't said anything, and hardly any of the owners will? I'm sure they won't, unless shit gets all the way real and the players refuse to play. Then they might say something. But how do you feel about that?
I don't know a racist. I don't know an NFL owner that's not racist.
Correct.
So so I'm saying this. My stance is that's them. We know Jerry Jones racist. We know all these owners are like, even if they're not racist, they're racist by association. Like cops back to blue. It's the same thing. It's no different. The owners, they got their own club. They're going to rock with each other regardless till the wheels fall off. That's why they was able to remove Kaepernick from the league. We already know this. So it's like, when I see those things, I'm not expecting him to speak up or say. If he was, I would be more surprised if he spoke up and said something.
Because it will be bullshit. And that's one thing I'm not going to say I respect, but I don't have another word to say it. At least he ain't being fake.
That's all I'm saying.
Because I think that we're going to get a whole wave of wealthy billionaires who are fake as fuck and lying and saying something that they don't really mean. Jerry Jones, he reminds me of Trump, and he's just going to say what the fuck he feel, and if you mad, you mad. So I do respect that about him. He lets us know exactly who he is. I think that if he tried to say something, I wouldn't believe him. So I don't really want to hear from him. If you're going to lie, get the fuck out of here.
So I don't expect
I got Drew Brees. Drew Brees, my former favorite quarterback. Fuck that.
Man, I almost called you every day for about 4 days just to talk shit about Drew Brees. You were so hype about Drew Brees. So hype. So I couldn't wait.
I've always been hype about Drew Brees. Why wouldn't I be hype about my favorite quarterback?
No, I'm saying is, you be like, this is my favorite quarterback. This is my this. This is my that. So I really wanted to know how you feel when you heard.
You must have forgot. For some reason, you must have forgot. I've been exposed Drew Brees as a racist probably about 6 or 7 years ago. I've been said it, and I've actually said it on my podcast a couple of times as well. I already knew Drew Brees was a all lives matter, Bible thumping, low key racist. That's what I called him on my podcast.
So he was Derek Carr.
Way worse than Derek Carr, because he actually has talent and a platform and Super Bowls. And he had the whole city behind him of New Orleans, which is a black city. You know?
Yeah.
So when he said what he said, at the time he said it, he knew exactly what he was doing. Ain't no excuse behind that. And then he realized when they started protesting, they was yelling, fuck Drew Brees. He realized, holy shit, I might have lost my fan base. And that's the one thing he don't want to lose is his fan base, because they can get you the fuck up out of there. They can. All you got to do is not have no good games. Now, I don't know if everybody wants Jameis as their quarterback right now over Drew Brees. That's just keeping it real. But Jameis would be the starter if shit got real. And so when he said all that and then he apologized, what did you think about the players accepting his apology and saying like they're going to move on and try to educate him?
Typical nigga shit. Typical nigga shit. I'm sorry. I'm holding you accountable. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not fucking. Trade me, do whatever. I'm not finna be cool. I know how you feel. Nigga, I'm going off your initial actions, everything. Anything else is me doing what Brandon Marshall did and having to come back and apologize. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
I think that, he typed out the little apology, then he did the video, and he was like, I just want you guys to look into my eyes and see how really sorry I am. I didn't know how big this moment was, how big this move. I didn't know that when I was saying that it would look like this. And so for me, this is how I feel. I have lost lots of friends. When I tell you lots of friends hustle, I'm not going to put their name on here. But when we get off, I'm going to tell you the people that you know that I kick it with tough, that I am no longer fucking with. Okay?
You right,
Yes.
Kim.
You said what?
I was
Kim. So for me, it's more about action. For me, it's nothing you can say to me. Like when I hit up a bunch of my non-black friends and was like, "Why so quiet? What's up?" And I heard a lot of, "Oh, I don't get into politics. Oh, I don't know what to say. Oh, I don't want to get involved." Unfollowed, blocked. One of the people was at my house in Florida with my husband and child, getting ready to go out to dinner. And I called and said, "Put me on speakerphone." And I said, "This is the last time you enter my home." This is a friend of 7 years. I said, this is the last time you will ever enter my home. Okay? The friendship is the fuck over. I'm not here for anybody saying they not getting involved, because all that makes me think is you're afraid to tell your friends and your followers that you're with the movement, that you're not a racist like maybe some of them are. You know, so whenever I see people saying I lost so many followers standing up for myself and saying this and saying that, that tells me that you don't want to say anything because you're afraid of losing friends or followers or whatever the fuck, you know, it is that you're gaining by not speaking up for people that look like me. So if you can't use your platform, I don't give a fuck if you got 200 followers, my nigga. I don't give a fuck if you got 20 followers. All 20 of them hoes need to know you on this side of the fence. If you gonna break bread with me, if you come up in my motherfucking house, if you're gonna be around me and my son, you have to fucking tell me what side you on, or it's a dub. I don't give a fuck who you are.
You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side. That's why I said you're quiet. You being quiet is just like just like the cop to see a cop doing something and turning around and not saying nothing.
Yeah,
like
it is. And that's what people need to understand. Now you can't be, nobody can be quiet right now. No one can be quiet right now. No one. What do you think about the Breonna Taylor law passing, where it's no longer a no-knock warrant, but no police were arrested?
Like I feel like, man, they gonna always get away with certain things until we step up and do what we doing now. Like, even now, they should, like, I feel like they should keep riding and keep doing everything till that changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, like, I feel like that, all those things, they need to change the laws. They need to keep riding. I don't care. Keep riding, keep doing all that shit till they change the law. They need to hold up police accountable just like they hold the military accountable. That's what I feel like they should make the change for. And that's what we need to push for. Just like the military can't just randomly kill anybody, a cop shouldn't be able to randomly kill anybody. That's just how I feel.
I feel like we need the Black Panthers. We need our own militarized revolution where, because of course, like, I get it. We're supposed to vote, which they cheat. They cheat, they lie, they change the vote. A lot of illegal shit is happening. And even when we do vote and get Democrats, Black Democrats in these positions, guess what they do? They turn on us.
No, they're not turning on us. Those people in those positions are Black, white people.
No. Some of them start off the way they are. They're doing their thing. But once you get there, just like with anybody, like I talk about the billionaires, once you get a position of power and you are at a certain spot, you don't want to lose that. And you will do anything to keep it, including fuck over your own people. I've seen it. I've seen people change because they don't want to lose their job. They don't want to lose their position. They're going to do whatever they're told. So that's why I'm against voting. I'm going to do it, just so we're clear. I fucking do it every year and vote. And then I see all these stupid motherfuckers that I voted for that won get in these positions. Same way in Kentucky, their fucking mayor and their governors that just marched all like this for these positions. Everybody voted for them, and now they're in position and not arresting these police. So that's why I'm against voting. But I get it. We got to keep on doing it. Eventually, we're going to find some good people that will be in position and change some things. Then there's also the protesting and the marching. I get it. We got to hold people accountable. We got to show them that we're all unified and we're gonna march and we're gonna protest. I absolutely get the rioting and the looting. I'm proud to say that I don't know any city in the hood of LA that got rioted or looted. So we're getting smarter about how we're doing that. I can't say that for every city across America because a lot of people still did it in the hoods of their cities. But in Los Angeles, we got smarter about that. So I'm with that. And somebody said to me, oh, you would be with it from your gated community. They would march down my street, nigga. I even said to my homegirl, yo, if they come into the residences, bitches, I'm going to let them take whatever they want. Come on in. Because I can replace this shit. I can replace every fucking thing. I can burn this fucking house down and build a whole new one in a month, and I'll be good. Okay? So don't get me confused with them other motherfuckers that ain't with the shits. I already know I'm a wealthy woman. I already know that I have that. So if that means I got to lose, then I got to lose. That's where I'm at with it.
I'm with the shit all the way.
Burn this bitch down if y'all want to. I'm right here, nigga. I posted it right here on Melrose. I was like, I'm right here. And they marching by. They fucked Melrose all the way up, my nigga. It ended. Yes, the whole Melrose is bulldozed. They fucked Melrose up, my nigga. And they stopped right at my light, the major light. I'm gonna tell you the major light right there. That's where the looting ended. And I said, damn. But the ghetto bird, I'm talking about, it was right underneath us. And that's why I knew. I was like, oh, they right here. So if they wanted to take the residences, they could. But it wasn't about taking residence because they were going to stores that were closed. No one was there. They didn't want military. They didn't want shooting and fighting. Or they wanted to just steal. And if you go into people's homes while they're home, you're going to be met with guns. You see what I'm saying? So they weren't trying to do that. They just went into these stores that the owners probably don't give a fuck about them. And all them shoe stores up Melrose that charging $400 and $500 for them Jordans, got all of them.
Hey, I think it's a Nordstrom's or whatever is downtown in Dallas. Oh, they cleared that bitch out. They cleared every watches, perfume, everything.
Yeah. So I think that that's important. I think voting is important if you into that. I think protesting and marching is important if you're into that. I also think,
Smooth Brother said voting without lobbying is not effective.
That's a point. That's a point. And I'm gonna get to this. So I said the voting, I said the protesting, I said the looting and rioting. We also need our own attack because it's gonna take us minimum 20 years, in my opinion, to change the people that are in power in our government. Okay? We're going to have to take a whole overhaul of doing that. But we have to do right now is stop the police from killing us. And I know this is against what everybody wants to do, but I say we have to kill them.
Got to kill them back. It ain't going to stop. You feel like somebody got to... You meet, like they say, meet force with force?
Yes. Yes. The police have to be afraid. They have to think for a split second before they shoot you unarmed. The last nigga that did this, they ran up in his house and killed his mama and his kids and his wife.
Let me stop.
Should I pull this trigger on this person who's unarmed and running?
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Welcome back, Thunder. Somebody said we got to scare them. That's the only thing gonna scare them.
Not scare them. You have to shed blood. They have to know what it feels like. If it's fuck my family, it's fuck your family. You see what I'm saying? The police are not the only problem. They are the biggest problem because of the death, because of the incarceration, because of the planted drugs, because of all the illegal shit that they do to prop up the prison system and to also murder us and put us in fear of them. You're asking untrained, unarmed civilians to have some type of, like, you want us to to be smart enough to do the right thing and to think while we're being, you know, damn near killed. But you don't make the police hold that same standard. They're trained. Why is it that they get to just do erratic things? They get to just, oh my God, I got scared, I panicked, I flipped out. Imagine me in a car getting pulled over by a cop, and he comes up to my car and he done flick, you know, it's a little button on that gun holster, right? He got the gun holster button flicked, and his hand is on his weapon, and he's walking up to my car. Imagine I pull my gun out, pop, pop, pop this nigga, and I say, I feared my life. This nigga scared me. All I've been seeing on TV is cops killing motherfuckers in their car. So yeah, when I saw him for no reason, just because I fucking made a right turn without my blinker, and he's got his fucking hand on his gun walking up to my car, why don't I get to fear my life? Why don't I get that same right that they get? Why?
They get to
Who's
choose.
more terrorized, us or them?
They get to choose the narrative. That it's just like arguing with somebody, you know, and they change, and y'all talking about, you know, you talking about Black Lives Matter, and they say, oh, they change the narrative of the conversation. And once they change the narrative, you got to argue about the narrative that they put out there, and we stop talking about what we really need to be talking about.
Right. So, to me, we need money also to lobby. That's just what the government is, y'all. Just keeping it real. You have to pay to get laws passed. You have to pay for your freedom. Okay? We're going to have people in position to speak for us that we got to pay. It's just what this is how it's going to be. This is what they do. They pay people to make laws for them to change routes to get what they want. You see a bank fucking stealing money. Wells Fargo was stealing all those people's credit and their money and all that shit. They got a fine. You go to Wells Fargo and steal some money and see what the fuck happened to you. You see what I'm saying?
That is true.
They're not playing fair.
All this place to protect them.
So one of the ways we're going to have to do it is lobby. We're going to have people in position that we're paying to. And I'm not saying that we need to do illegal fuck shit that they're doing, but it needs to be pro us, whatever it is.
I don't know. How can you win the game? It's just like, I feel like it's stupid when we take that mindset. It's like you playing basketball, and every time they score a basket, they get 4 points. When you score a basket, you get 2 points.
Yeah.
How you gonna win?
Yeah.
You gotta cheat like they cheat. You ain't gonna beat them. That's all I'm saying. So you can't be like, oh, let me take this fair approach. No, it's gonna have to be some dirt, mud, scud, all that shit, because no, you gotta make it. If they playing dirty, you ain't gonna win trying to play fair.
No.
It's not.
No, you're not. It's just not possible. I don't know why people don't see how this country was invented, how it even came to, not invented, how the colonizers came here and changed it. War, death,
Kim, K. Scott just said Civil War.
Yes.
Civil War, goddamn.
That's how you get your freedom. That's how you get your rights. You have to fight for it. Why do you think those white people came here? They didn't want to follow the Europeans' code of ethics and all the shit they did. They came over here to this peaceful land of these brown people that originally discovered this country and took over because we were nonviolent, because we believed them when they were like, oh, here's these blankets. Oh, here's this food. Oh, here, let's all get along. That was all a setup. We're too nice of a people. That's why when people always talk about how violent we are, black people are this, black, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no. The things that we're doing are out of necessity. People are killing in every community. White on white crime is a thing, okay? Asian on Asian crime is a thing. Spanish on Spanish crime is a thing. Black on black crime is a thing. So why do you only hear about the black on black crime? Why? Why are there no statistics of white people killing each other when they do it just as much, actually more than we do? Why?
I don't give a fuck how much they did or didn't do. When black people kill black people, they get prosecuted. And most of the time, they get prosecuted to the fullest extent. So we're having this conversation because when the cops kill people, they kill people and they don't get in trouble at all. So yes, that's Why? So why we gonna talk about black on black? When this black person killing this black person, they going to fucking jail.
It's called a crime. The police are to protect and serve. They're not supposed to be committing crime. You think there's never gonna be no crime? Do you really think no one's gonna commit crime? Everyone's gonna commit crime. The police are not supposed to commit crime. That is not what they're supposed to be doing. Period. So if you're trying to compare a criminal to a police officer, you're a dumb motherfucker from the jump, and I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm not even going to deal with you on any level because you're just stupid, okay?
We used to get super mad.
Yeah. Let's talk about these Karens. Karens are going around faking threats, faking like they're getting harassed. They are actually physically assaulting people. They're being racist. They're disrespecting people. One girl spit on a girl, another bitch coughing in a bitch face. Why doesn't this Karen, why don't no Karens come up to me, Hustle? Why? I've got one Karen come at me in Tampa. It was a 75 to 80-year-old white woman. And I posted on my Instagram.
I remember that. What Aiden in the car was with you that day.
With Aiden in the car with me. I told that old lady, this is what I told her. I said, I promise you this, old lady. If you come a step closer, if you even touch my car, I'm going to slap the bullshit out of you. And I'm not going to think a second thought about it. I'm going to slap the bullshit out of you. She's like, I'm an old lady. I don't give a fuck. You running your motherfucking mouth being racist. So I'm going to smack the shit out of you. That's my only encounter with a Karen so far. Is an old lady. And she didn't want no smoke. I encourage the Karens to approach me. I'm a Nipsey Hussle victory slap. Every single one of you bitches. And I'm carrying a firearm if shit get real. What's up?
One of them just saw that video. He said, what did he say? I almost want to test your jaw out.
Yeah. That's what LA people say. That's what we say. Testing a nigga jaw is basically like square up. Let's see what it do.
I have my chick go out and test your jaw.
Yep. Because I'm telling you, people think this shit is a game, man. Like, I be like wishing a Karen would say something to me. I think I got Karen don't say nothing to her vibes or something. I don't know what it is. But
you know when they say something, you be ready to go out. We was in the mall, or we was in the grocery store at Sprouts. You know, Sprouts is like a Whole Foods.
Yeah.
We in the Sprouts, and the lady gonna say something. We took my girl took a mask off and was talking to the cash register lady, and she was like, a white lady, like, you need to keep your mask on. It's to protect everyone around you. And it kind of got fly. Well, I was like, she was like, bitch, who you talking to? All I did was sit there like this. I was just sitting there.
Yes. I'm telling you. I just be out here with the shits, man. Like I'm dead ass with all the shits of whatever any smoke anybody wants. I don't fight men. I don't put my hands on men. I'm not that girl. I don't think that a woman should ever put her hands on a man, ever. But you bitches, any of you bitches that won't smoke, black, brown, white, whatever color you are, if you got a problem with the movement and you ain't on board and you want smoke, you ain't even got to hit me. All you got to do at this point, because of Corona, I have an excuse now. You see this arm? See how long it is? If I can't do this,
you get slapped.
You finna get hit, bitch. Back up. If you in this radius right here of these arms, if you come in any of this radius, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. Period. You can say all your little goofy shit this far away. The moment you engage and you violating my Corona rights, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. Period. And I ain't had a fight. I ain't had a fight since the Saints game in New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans.
That was my last fight, man. That was
they'll make you fight. Fucking regular New Orleans Saints.
That was on some football shit, but it was a white bitch. And she jumped in my face and said, "Who that?" She was calling Brent a midget the whole game.
Trying to get in your face and say, "Who that?"
Yeah.
If any motherfucker from New Orleans go in my face and say who that, I'm gonna hit him with a 2-piece too.
Nigga, I fucking.
My fault, dude.
I snatched this.
Fuck a saint.
I snatched this bitch in her throat and choked her down the steps because I was in row 1. She was like in row 7. So when she was talking shit the whole game. So when halftime came, I'm coming out to walk up the steps. She rushing over to get to the steps to say, hold that in my face like I wasn't finna do nothing, bitch. I didn't know what you was about to say. I don't know what you was about to do. I'm already 2 drinks in. So when anybody aggress me in that manner, bitch, it's a fight at this point. And I came back to my seat and the police was right there waiting. She had to call the police. But shout out to fucking Saints fans that was in that section. They was all on my side. They was like, nah, she harassed this girl the whole game and jumped in her face when she was going upstairs. And I was like, and the cops was like, ma'am, we're going to need you to leave her alone. And they told me, enjoy the game. I said, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bitch, you got dragged down the steps by your throat for nothing. I of course, hit her first. You know, that's my first move is a hit. Hey, and man, then I do the throat grab.
I don't, that first punch is everything. What I'm going to let you hit me first for?
I didn't get a clear one because she came, you know, like,
yeah.
So it was a little sideways, I had to get
you had to kind of
nose. And then when I hit her, she was stumbling a little bit and I grabbed her by her throat and I was just holding her down the steps like this. And I was like, bitch, I said, girl, you can't even fight. You can't even fight and you talking shit?
Go.
You over here crying for the police and shit and you talking shit the whole half. She ain't say nothing in the second half. Not a word to me. Nothing. 0. I said, oh, you quiet up there. Row 7, that's what I kept calling her. Row 7, you quiet. She was like, this is my section. I run this section. I said, bitch, you in row 7. I'm in row 1. I'm a visitor. How does your section? Get more money so you can afford better seats, bitch. I'm running this section now. I'm the captain. Anyway, did you see any other questions down there that we need to answer? Does anybody have any questions? We can take questions now. I don't know how long have we been on this?
Oh, we got about probably 10 more minutes. Rebate.
8:20. Oh, we got 10 minutes max. Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, damn, tired? Oh, you too tired to do?
Who?
I'm just reading the comments.
Who said that?
Rebate 87 said Todd is one of the white people. You said he got to pick a side and you done with.
Oh, and he didn't pick a side.
Who is Rebate?
I don't know.
Rebate _87.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Somebody said go live. They said go live with me.
To talk about Todd, no, I'm not gonna do that. I've already told Todd how I feel about what he did. I checked Todd and I've moved on from that friendship. Sorry. Who are you, Rebay? How you feel about the Dave Chappelle last special? Oh my God, did you see it?
The 846? I didn't watch it.
So I watched it. It's only about 25 minutes. So do yourself a favor.
It's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy show at all. It's a real nigga moment. And I didn't realize how Kobe's death and George Floyd's death tied into his life so much. I don't want to give it away. We got 1 minute, 53 seconds. I don't want to give it away. If you haven't seen the Dave Chappelle special, I posted it the day it came out. So I guess I could repost it again on my story. But if you have not seen it, please watch it. It's dope. It's incredible. And I just like the authenticity of it. Like, it's just real. And I like when people are just saying truth and saying how they feel and being, just naked in their truth, And we're so used to Dave Chappelle finding the humor in everything. And I love that about comedians. I think the comedians are like so important and needed. Everything is funny, y'all. I don't care. Racist stuff is funny. Sexist stuff is funny. It's all funny. We all need to laugh. We all need a humorous moment. I get it that some stuff is sensitive to you and it hurts your feelings, but everything is funny to me. But to see him not be funny, like he cracked maybe 3 jokes the whole time.
Everything.
It was great. It was great. Make sure you guys watch that, please.
I don't watch.
If you haven't seen it. We're about to rewatch a whole. Shout out Tupac. Happy birthday to my nigga Tupac. Today's his birthday. We're about to watch a whole bunch of Tupac shit right now, and we're in LA, so it's only 9 o'clock here. But Aiden already knows about Tupac. I've been putting him on Tupac. But we about to just, watch a whole bunch of Black Panther shit and get it today. Yes. We got 30 seconds, Hustle.
Hey, man, today was a fire episode. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. K-Sky, Thunder, all y'all, man, it was cool today. I appreciate the questions. Shit, Queen of Hill, everybody, man, thank y'all. Thank y'all. That was good. Go ahead, Miko.
All right, we out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Of course, it's going to be on the Instagram page, too, and YouTube. Peace.
Peace.